Unit 2 Vocab. Before you complete the Ed puzzle, take out your notes from class. Listen to the pronunciation and example sentence for each, and then answer the Ed puzzle question as you watch the video. Abhor. You are less likely to do work if you abhor a class, whereas if you enjoy the class, or like the teacher, you are more apt to complete the assignments. Acclimate. In order to get acclimated to wearing heavy equipment and exercising, football coaches are required to gradually introduce the equipment to their football players. Alienate. When Dakota gets uncomfortable, she alienates herself from her classmates. She feels she is able to be herself when she is alone. Augment. Bella wanted to augment her income so that she could pay for a senior trip without her parents' help, so she decided to get a second job. Coerce or coercion. My parents coerced me into going to my sister's play by telling me I would have my phone taken away if I wasn't there. The police received a confession from the suspect, but only through coercion. Once the case reached the court, it was thrown out because the suspect was forced to confess. Contemplate. To make the best decision you possibly can, it is important to contemplate and evaluate all possible choices before making a final decision. Commend. Valerie was commended for starting the Benevolent Association at school. She not only received positive recognition, but she was also awarded money from her colleagues for all of her hard work, or from colleges for all her hard work. Depict. In Beauty and the Beast is depicted as a hideous and malevolent creature, but once Belle softens his spirits, he is gentle and sensitive. Deride. We are taught from a young age that it is unacceptable to deride or ridicule someone simply because they look different than we do. Divulge. Margie divulged her sister's birth announcement to her family before Margie was able to tell them herself. Needless to say, the two sisters were not on good terms for a while. Dwindle. If you waste your money on food and shoes, you will see your bank account dwindle very quickly. Exult. The graduating class of 2018 threw their caps and exulted as soon as the principal announced, "Congratulations, class of 2018, you did it." Flaunt. In Beauty and the Beast, Gaston is haughty and tries to flaunt his good looks to Belle. Despite his persistent efforts, he is unsuccessful in trying to show off to her. Gape. The graphic images of car accidents shown in driver's education usually causes the students to gape at the photos in sheer terror. Garble. Because he is typically diffident around people he doesn't know, well, Rob garbled the rest of his story as soon as his crush walked into the room. His jumbled words matched the embarrassment written all over his face. Implore. Johnny was so desperate to get Nicole back, he implored her to forgive him in front of the entire student body. He didn't care if everyone watched him beg like a little puppy, so long as she forgave him. Infuriate. Sophia and Cecilia become infuriated when they finish their bottles and they are still hungry. Both of their faces turn bright red from anger and they scream for more. Mortify. Shelby bent over to get her textbooks and ripped her pants down the seam. She was so mortified she ran out of the classroom and hid in the bathroom for the rest of the period. Ruminate. After Delia got home from school, she took a long walk around her neighborhood to ruminate about the events of her day. She needed time to clear her head and think deeply about all of the things she needed to do over the next few weeks. Skulk. The malevolent thief skulked around the dark alley waiting for the helpless victims to come close so he could rob them of their valuables. He crept around so carefully his shadow could barely be noticed. Those are your words for the week.